When my grandfather passed, he left me the ranch he built from the ground up, 400 acres of fertile land, 2 barns, and a quiet cabin nestled in the hills. It had been in our family for over 70 years, and I intended to keep it that way. But the peace didn't last long. A few months after I moved in, I started receiving aggressive letters from the nearby HOA, the Oak Haven Community Board, claiming I owed over $9,000 in community maintenance fees and late fines. At first, I laughed, assuming it was a mistake. My ranch wasn't in their jurisdiction, wasn't built on their land, and had never once received or requested any service from their group. I sent a certified letter with proof of property boundaries, county maps, and the original deed that confirmed we were outside the HOA's governance. But they ignored everything. Then came the lien notice. Apparently, without my consent or acknowledgement, they filed a lien against my land and claimed it was subject to community oversight due to a 20-year-old annexation map that was never finalized or legally approved. The next thing I knew, I received a notice from the county that the property had been sold at auction for $25,000. That's right, my multi-million-dollar ranch with cattle, barns, and a fully stocked lake was sold for a fraction of its worth, and I didn't even know until it was done. I was livid. I hired a property attorney who immediately discovered that the HOA had fraudulently filed the lien using manipulated zoning maps that had never been recorded with the county. Worse, the buyer was none other than Karen, the president of the HOA, who had won the auction. She had planned to turn the ranch into some sort of community garden and event space. What she didn't count on was that I'm not just an heir, I'm also a legal researcher, and my cousin is a district court clerk. Within weeks, we had gathered enough evidence to prove the lien was baseless, the auction was illegal, and the HOA had overstepped their authority. The judge didn't hesitate. Not only was the sale reversed, but Karen and the HOA board were fined heavily, and the HOA was hit with civil penalties for fraudulent practices. I got my ranch back free and clear, and now there's a permanent legal barrier preventing any future HOA claims. Karen? She's been removed from her post and now drives past my front gate without so much as looking in. Justice, it turns out, is worth far more than $25,000.